I'd like to show you how to make a Casablanca lily. A Casablanca lily is made up of 6 petals and also a center. Right now we're going to focus just on making the center, the style, and the stamens. In order to make the style, I take a tiny 1-gram piece of gum paste. I'm going to roll it into a sausage shape, so maybe it's about 1 inch in length. My mat here has 1-inch boxes, so I can tell exactly how long the piece is. In order to make the center so that I can attach the petals to it, I need to have a wire. And in order to make the wire stick into our center, I'm going to fold over the very top of that wire in order to make somewhat of like a shepherd's hook so that it sticks into the wire. I'm going to insert my shepherd's hook into some edible glue. Brush off the extra. I don't want this to be a sticky mess when I insert it into my gum paste. I insert the wire into the end of my sausage shape, and then I can start to ease the gum paste down the wire by rolling it in between my fingers. I want to make sure that the top though of my style stays almost as a nice round ball. Keep that nice round because we're going to pinch our little stigma around the top. In order to pinch the stigma, I use some tweezers. I'm going to pinch 3 times around the top, pinching all the way around, just pulling out these nice high lobes. 1, 2, and 3. This gives me my style, and then separately I'll create the stigma, so I can just place this to rest in a foam block, just like that. In order to make the little tiny pieces that go all around, I need teeny tiny little bits of gum paste. I also need to make sure that I have a hooked wire. I'm going to begin with the hook the same way that I did before, folding the top over and making a shepherd's hook. And then I'm going to bend it again. When I bend it again, I like to hold the piece horizontally and then bend it down, so when I finish, it kind of looks like a short T or an L shape. This allows me to be able to put a piece of gum paste on that stays flat. So I'll pinch off a tiny piece of my gum paste and just attach it around my hook. And I want to make something that looks like a little hammer shape. Now, if my fingers start to stick, I'm going to dip them into some powdered sugar to keep them nice and dry. I pinch all the way around, pulling off any extra gum paste that I don't need. Once I have my shape set, I want to make it look like there's pollen on the end. So in order to do that, I dip my style into the edible glue, and then I'll roll it around. This is a mixture of spices. It's mostly ginger with a little bit of nutmeg that creates the color that I'm looking for, and it gets covered so that it looks like pollen. Once I have that created, I'll leave that to dry. Now we need 1 style and 6 stigma to go all the way around in order to create the center. Gum paste needs to dry overnight, so once I have the pieces created, I'm going to allow them to dry, and then I can come back to them the next day to assemble them.